30 years. 3 decades of silence, and now NASCAR finally has the number it's been waiting for. North Wilkesboro just came back from the dead, and the fans showed up in a way nobody expected. If you thought this track's revival was just nostalgia for diehards, the ratings just proved you wrong. Here's what went down. Sunday's Window World 450 pulled in 4 million viewers on TNT Sports. That's the first points-paying Cup Series race at North Wilkesboro since 1996. Not an exhibition, not an all-star gimmick, a real playoff implications, points on the board Cup Series race, and the fans tuned in. For years, North Wilkesboro was a ghost story in the NASCAR world, a track that shut its gates, sat quiet, and became a symbol of everything the sport had lost, chasing bigger markets and cookie-cutter ovals. Then NASCAR brought it back. First as an all-star race host, testing the waters, letting fans fall back in love with the short track chaos and bump and run racing that built the sport's identity. That worked. So this year, NASCAR went all in and handed North Wilkesboro a full points race for the first time in a generation. That's a massive bet. Points races carry weight, playoff implications, championship stakes. If the audience didn't show up for that, it would have sent a brutal message that nostalgia only sells when there's nothing on the line. Instead, the opposite happened. Let's break down why this number actually matters more than it looks on the surface. 4 million viewers isn't just a solid number, it's a statement. Compare it to the track's recent All-Star Race history. Last year's All-Star Race pulled 1,965 million. 2 years before that, 220 million. Only the 2024 All-Star broadcast at 225.73 million edged out this points race. Think about what that means. 183.24, that's 6 years saying. Think about what that means. A points race, inherently less flashy, less gimmicky than an all-star exhibition, nearly matched the best all-star audience the track has ever produced and beat 2 of the last 3. That's not a fluke. That's proof the track itself is the draw, not just the novelty of a one-off exhibition weekend. Strategically, this is a green light for NASCAR's media partners and schedule makers. TNT Sports needed this. It's a new piece of NASCAR's expanded broadcast rights era, and a strong short track number validates the investment. Now the risk. NASCAR has to be careful not to overexpose this magic. Short tracks like North Wilkesboro thrive on scarcity and mythology. If the sport starts treating this venue like just another stop instead of a marquee event, the shine could fade fast. The smart move is protecting the exclusivity, not flooding the calendar with copycat throwback dates. So is this smart or dangerous? Right now, it's smart. NASCAR found a formula that respects the sport's roots while still delivering must-watch television. The danger only creeps in if they get greedy with it. Old school fans are calling this validation proof that short track racing, bump drafting, and grudge match intensity still move the needle more than manufactured drama ever could. Media analysts are framing it as one of the clearest wins of NASCAR's new broadcast era, a signal that historic venues paired with real stakes can outperform flashy exhibitions. But there's tension too. Some in the industry will point out the number still trails last year's peak all-star audience, using that as ammunition to question whether the points race format is truly the ceiling or whether North Wilkesboro simply performs best as a spectacle event. Expect debate, passionate fans versus skeptical number crunchers. That tension is exactly what keeps this story alive. Best case, NASCAR leans into this, locks North Wilkesboro in as a permanent points race fixture, and other retired short tracks start getting serious revival talks. The sport reconnects with its identity and drags casual fans back in the process. Worst case, NASCAR gets overly aggressive, tries to replicate this formula everywhere, and the magic of North Wilkesboro gets diluted into just another stop on an oversaturated schedule, killing the exact scarcity that made this moment special. So here's the real question. Did North Wilkesboro just prove that NASCAR's future is actually rooted in its past? Drop your take in the comments. Is this the blueprint for saving short track racing, or a one-time nostalgia spike that won't repeat? If you want more breakdowns like this before the headlines catch up, make sure you're subscribed. SportsWire USA isn't done with this story.